Go.
Welcome back. I am your host, Kat Vugadinovich, and I am here to show you some brand new artifacts found from the WaRayPeWin people. These people live within the bush. And I was fortunate enough to sit down with one before they went back into the bush to find out a little bit more about their culture. Now, their entire culture is super interesting because it's surrounded by their origin story. This story is fairly recent and dates back over 1,200 years and is the founding of their culture. I was fortunate enough to get this copy of the origin story when I sat down with them. Let's read. An origin story. Once there was a lush forest that became the home to a cute little robin. One day, the little robin asked God, "What song would you like me to sing for you?" And God responded to her in a soft, falling rose petal. "Oh, my dear little robin, I love you so, but don't sing me a song." The robin was confused. "But I have so many songs I could serenade you with. I have a lovely ballad about the sunrise that will even make you cry." "That's okay, my little robin. I love you so, but I don't want you to sing me a song." God said quietly to her through the warm breeze. God must not be able to hear me correctly, the little robin thought. She then flew up to the top of the highest tree in the park and asked, "God, can I offer you a hymn I wrote on how very much I love the wings that you gave me? It is such a beautiful song." God spoke to the little robin through a thick beam of sunlight that peeked over the canvas of the forest. "No, little robin, I don't want you to sing me a song. In fact, I don't want you to sing a song ever again." The little heart in the little robin started to break. She had been practicing her whole life to become a beautiful singer for God. The little robin felt so lost. If I am not to sing, then what is my purpose? And God came down to the little robin in the form of a single drop of rain that landed on her tiny beak and said, "I don't want you to sing a song." "I want you to become a song." And suddenly, the little robin felt a warmth inside of her that she had never felt before. It was peace, it was purpose, it was a fire. And the little robin began to glow. And then, just like that, she split into 4 equal pieces. The first piece was a falling rose petal. The second piece was a gentle breeze. The third piece was a radiating sunbeam. And the last piece was a single drop of rain. And the little robin became the most beautiful song any animal in the forest had ever heard, and she was so happy, and God smiled. The end. Now you might be wondering where such an interesting name is coming from. The WaRayPeWin name comes from the story. With water, sun rays, rose petals, and wind. Now if you had never read the story, you'd never know. Now when I sat down with the WaRayPeWin people, they gave me another ancient artifact, their raindrop drum. Now this again comes from the part of the story where the God answers the robin in a falling raindrop. Now this can be used as a remembrance of the story, either as a gathering, in which case the leader punches the raindrop to make the sound of a falling rain, and that forces everyone to come out of the bush and come and talk to him. Now it can also be shaken to symbolize a celebratory offering. Now, this is supposed to be to remind people of the raindrop in the story, and you can see that in the shape of the drum, as well as in the sound that it makes.
Go.
Now, you might be wondering, how do they incorporate the rest of the story? Well, that would be through movement and dance. A lot of times, the raindrop drum is paired with dancers, where they do one of 3 different movements to celebrate the sun rays, the wind, and the falling rose petal. To celebrate the sun, people will simply put their hands up in the air and guide them down to show the falling sun rays of the sun. To celebrate the wind, a lot of times people will sway back and forth and back and forth. And sometimes you can even pair them together. We will go from the sun and into the wind. Another way to celebrate the story is through the soft falling rose petal, in which case you'll let it fall like your hand. Now you can do all of those together again by going from the sun and into the wind and into the soft falling rose petal. Now sometimes you will see dancers wearing masks such as this, which I was given when I had the opportunity to sit down with some of the people from this culture. Now, it is given to people when they are decided by elders who already have a mask that they are gifted enough in becoming a song. And this all dates back to the origin story. And this is considered a mask of enlightenment. On it, it holds all aspects of the culture. You will see the sun rays, the wind, the raindrop, and the bright red lips symbolize the rose petal. Now, young kids cannot wait for the day that they get their own mask. Now, often to create the mask, they create it with an elder, where they use foil and form it on their own face. They then get to decorate it themselves and use it when they dance, with the movements shown before. Thank you for joining us today to learn more about the WaRayPeWin people. I hope you learned something and you know how to become a song.